here coming live from Melbourne, Australia with some amazing content talking about something that in the last couple of days that I've heard from a few people. I've had a few conversations with a few people, and some of them, what they've said is they've been talking about, hey, I want to become a motivational speaker. I want to speak about what I love and share my story. And, you know, you've probably heard it all before. You want to share your story. You want to be a motivator. And, you know, and there's nothing, look, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to explain why that is a bunch of bullshit and what you should be focusing on instead so you can live that dream long term. Because if you think right now, I'm going to start a coaching business, I'm going to be a speaker, I'm going to be this guy that starts doing motivational talks. The only challenge with that is a lot of motivational people, motivational speakers are broke. Now, the reason they're broke is because there's no real business behind it. There is no real business. They have no products. You know, they're going around inspiring people, which is great. And I applaud them for doing that. But there's no strategy. And I've talked to so many people that have said, I've spoken on 10 stages and I've spoken, I've given, you know, the school's a little bit of a motivational pump up. I've given, you know, these little things and they're great, but they're not going to make you money and they're not going to make you create a business long term. I'm going to teach you exactly what you should be focusing on so I can really help you become a speaker if that's what you really want to be. Because it's one of the things that I teach my clients. One of the things I teach my clients is an ascension model, which is what most motivational speakers don't have. And if you want to be a motivational speaker and you're like, well, look at Gary Vee and look at Tony and look at, you know, all these people. Well, you've got to understand they've got a massive business. And when they go in and speak, they're getting paid largely and handsomely for their short period of time that they're there. Why? Because they've built their business. They're getting asked to speak. They're not going out saying, I want to do a motivational speaker here. I want to do a motivational speaker there. They're not doing that because they're using their intelligence to say, I'm going to build a real brand online, a real business online, and then long term, people are going to start asking for me to speak on their stages. Either for, you can pitch some form of product so you can, you know, get something from that speaking gig. Because remember, in business, there's an exchange. And also, there's the opposite side to that is they'll get paid for speaking. A lot of people that you see on stages, they're speaking at these little summits. They're getting paid to speak at those summits. Or they get to pitch some form of product at the end. That's the kind of model. So having the dream of being a motivational speaker, I just feel like it's so flawed in so many ways. Now, what I'm going to teach you is the power of an ascension model. And it actually triggered me because I was talking to someone just before and she's going to start working with me. And we were talking about, she said, hey, I've got this absolute dream. I want to speak on stage about my story. And I say that's incredible. But the reality is you got to make money. And the reality is we've got to focus on money first, building a real business first, having an ascension model, which I'll walk through. And when you have an ascension model, you can start making money. And when you have money and when you're making money, you can go out there and speak for free, add value for free, do whatever you want to do. But you're doing that because you love doing that and you enjoy doing that, not because I'm doing it, but then I'm broke. Because really, you're not walking your talk. So are you a really person of service? Because I don't really believe if someone is talking to me and they're not living it themselves, I don't believe them. Haven't you seen those people online? I'm the six-figure coach. I'll take you to six figures. Well, the reality is, and I don't want to say this, but I've seen some of those people and they're nowhere near that. So why would you speak about something you haven't done? It's like I'm fat and I'm telling you how to be skinny. It's like I'm huge. I never show up. I never brand myself online and then I'm teaching you how to brand yourself online. It doesn't make sense. You got to walk your talk. That's the skill set that you need as a coach to start making consistent money as a coach. But I'm going to walk you through an ascension model. This is what I always walk people through. If someone comes to me 1 to 2 sessions in, I'm always talking about, okay, what we need to do is we need to focus on an ascension. Now, the ascension model is you need minimum 2 programs first. And this is going to lead to speaking. I'm going to teach you how to speak in a second. Now, the first program you're going to do is you need to launch some form of low-end program, which is around $497 to $1,000. Keep it super low. And what I do is you don't need a niche for this. You know, people say, I need a niche. I don't teach niche. I teach niche when you're playing high-level stuff or you want to run events. But when you're just starting out, you know, you want to focus on, there's so many people out there you can help and you don't want to turn them away because they're not right. So you want to create an online program which is a great program that adds so much value. Make sure it's profitable. Otherwise, people are like, I want to create a program that my heart wants me to talk about. No one wants to listen to your heart on what it wants to talk about. Keep that to yourself, and let's focus on strategy. Let's focus on what people want. So what I do is I help someone create that low-end program. We whip it up. My beautiful wife helps our clients whip it up in a couple of weeks, and it's all done. It's fully done. It's ready to launch. Now you've got a low-end program. Oh my God, it's super low end. I love it. Now what we can do is we can sell one-on-one on the top. Now, why would I help someone do one-on-one at the start? It's not leveraged. You got to pay, you get paid for your time. The reason I help people do that is I focus on getting people results. Because when you get people results, your business starts to grow. When you don't get results, no one gives a shit about you. That's the truth. People care about results. When you can look at someone in the eye and you can say, can you send me 5 people that you've got incredible results for? And you say, yeah, I've got the testimonials, but you can't also say, talk to them on the phone. They're happy to talk to you. That's what I mean by results. That's why I say get 10 clients at a one-on-one package. And if they can't afford your one-on-one package, sell them into the low-end program that you've created. So every time you get on a phone call, there's an opportunity for business. And not everyone can play at this level. Some people have to start here, and that's beautiful. That's amazing. But you've got to have that product. Because I can tell you right now, you're losing sales that other people are taking or getting because you just haven't used your intelligence. You haven't got an ascension model. When you don't have an ascension model, you're going to fail. I've seen it all the time. I'm just a one-on-one coach and I'm trying to sell them one-on-one. They're not going to buy. Because what a lot of people want for one-on-one is a lot high ticket. And the reason they don't get sales is it's too much for a lot of people. And right now, if it's too much for that person, they ain't a right fit. So downsell them into the low-end program. When you downsell someone into the low-end program, they're so grateful. And does that mean you're not going to work with them one-on-one? Because sometimes you get on the phone and you're like, the person really wants to work with you, but they can't. They just can't afford it. That's their financial position. So help them in some way. Put them into the starter program. Add value. Blow them away. Give them extra time. Then start building them up the chain to the top. This is smart business thinking. You've got to start using this thing between the ears because this is going to help you grow, scale, make money. Now, I'm going to talk about something else as well. Now, why haven't I talked about a middle-end program? Because I'm huge on middle-end programs too. I can tell you right now, since we've launched retreats, which we've done the last 2.5 years, our business has absolutely skyrocketed. Now, the reason it has, not because I'm such an amazing, incredible guy, well, that too, but the reason why is because that is something that now I can become a speaker. Now I can speak on my terms. You get it? This is where you need to start. I always recommend to all my clients, I've had many clients that have ran successful retreats of their own, and it's incredible, and they never thought about it. One of the first months that I work with people, I'm like, let's book an event model in, because I just love event models. They're very profitable, and you can help people. People miss this stuff. Life. We're in isolation. I'm hating life right now, but we're in isolation, and I'm kind of loving it, because the back end of this, I've booked my next retreat in. I'm excited about getting that human touch again. But the reality is when that launches again, that excitement is there again. There's nothing I do in my business that's more fulfilling than running retreats. Why? Because you can make such an impact on people when you make them stay in isolation for 4 to 5 days in intense learning. So it's incredible. So I did this. I built a strong business with a low-end program, and I also had my one-on-one fully booked out. So I was making some good money coming in, and then I'm like, okay, I've got some money. Let's scale something. How can I scale this? Make multiple 6 to 7 figures. Now, what I did was I'm like, okay, let's launch retreats. At the start, you only make, a few $20,000 profit. Just at the start, you're adding value. You're still adding value, but it's leveraged. And then you start getting more and more people as you keep doing it. Now you're speaking every 3 months through your business, making money. Helping people do it. I love running retreats because I know I run retreats really well, but I teach other people to run the retreats so well. I speak on my terms. And then I've had different people that have reached out to me, says, hey, can you speak at this event? Yes, but there's a price to it. But the only reason I'm getting asked is because I'm doing well. You understand? Because I have a real business. My whole income, how am I going to pay for my house? How am I going to pay for my car? Oh my God. Hopefully I can reach out to these people and they can pay me a few thousand. Who cares? I don't really need the money for the speaking gigs. That's the way it should be. So if you're starting this saying, I'm going to be a speaker from day one, it ain't going to happen. Build a real business first. As soon as you build a real business and it's making money consistently, you're fully booked out, then start running your own events. Start creating impact in your own way. I'm telling you right now, this is the golden secret. I always know. We've got a program coming out recently, very, very soon, on how to actually run high quality retreats. Because if you've ever been to one of my retreats, and everyone will tell you that has come, will tell you it has been incredible. And I'm not just saying that. Like, this is what they've sent me. So I can tell you right now, people always ask me, how do I run retreats better? How can I do it? We teach you how to do it. We teach you what's your content? How is it going to be different? Because if you're just getting up there at a retreat and just speaking, you got to make it unique in your way. You do it differently to me. And that's beautiful. But you've still got to have a strategy and a structure to it. So this is how you become an absolute incredible speaker on your own terms. After you built the two parts first, low end, high end, then grow your middle end. This is the way I do it. And if you can fill out events this way, you could do it anywhere. I've got clients that are going to book Mexico. I hope they watch this video as well. Hope they buy in Mexico. They're wanting to run a retreat in Mexico. You can run one wherever you want. Wherever you choose, wherever you want. If you want to travel to Thailand or you want to go to America, you can. You can. You have the ability to do this right now. This is my message to you right now. If you want to become a motivational speaker, it's a bunch of bullshit. Do it the right way. Grow a real business and focus on how you can scale your business, especially in this time. You should be focused right now. Growing that low-end program first. Build the one-on-one, because think about it. Can you actually charge high-ticket one-on-one when that's your only offer? You actually undercharge your high-ticket stuff because you don't have any other program. I'm focused on how can you make this super high, because this is your time, and then if they don't fit the criteria, put them into this one, and that one's totally fine. You're still going to get incredible results. Hope this makes sense. Please write your biggest learning. If you have someone that needs to hear this video, please tag them in this video. Have an incredible day, guys, and let's have an incredible day together. Talk soon.